Morning everyone, it's day 22. Last night I stayed at Copper Canyon campsite after a long day. I added up about 27 miles, but it was actually more than that because I got on the alternate for the endangered frog species house. It was like 4 miles on this road, and I stopped to put my wind shirt on, and I left my pouch where I stopped to put my wind shirt on, and I didn't realize it for like 15 minutes, so I had to backtrack. So it was probably over 27 miles. It's a really nice hike. Went up Baden Powell and then went over another mountain into a saddle and then climbed out of that saddle for most of the afternoon. It was pretty strenuous hiking compared to what I have been seeing in section D so far. But today we're just going to cruise along, try to get 20 miles. The end point for this section is going to be Agua Dulce. I'm going to try to take a zero there, rest and relax. My left foot, my big toe, still have a nagging blister. I popped it like 3 times, keeps coming back. It's okay to hike on, but I'm actually going to have to pop it again and put some more tape on it. But everything's going well. I broke one of my carbon fiber tent stakes, pounding in with a rock. I hit another rock and ripped the tip off. So, good morning, day 23. And last night it was really chilly. As you can see, I'm hiking my puppy. Normally never do that, so I don't want to get it all sweaty. Plus I want to keep it dry. But as you can see, not a cloud in the sky. Woke up this morning, there was ice all over my tarp, frost inside my hammock on the foot end. Guess my feet were sweating a little bit last night. But I don't really think it pushed my quilts because it's really warm the whole night. So I'm behind me, make sure I'm not getting in their way. But it's really cold. It's hard to get going this morning. And in the morning I normally eat some oatmeal, cold. Didn't eat this morning because I couldn't feel my hands when I was trying to put everything up. And I normally have a carnation shake, which is 2 carnation and some breakfast and some coffee and a liter of water. I hiked for about 20 minutes, went to take a drink of the shake, and it was a slushie. And so hopefully it'll warm up. Everything else will warm up, get to a spot in the sun, and we're gonna keep heading toward Agua Dulce. Guys, day 24. Headed out of the Acton KOA, stayed there last night, got a pizza. It's really nice. Walk toward Agua Dulce today. Gonna take a rest the rest of the day and then a zero tomorrow. Landscape in this area is really unique. Got those rock formations like that. Guys, day 26. Got done with an excellent 0 day at Agua Dulce. Now I'm pretty much trail angel hopping to get to Casa de Luna. We're on the 24, 26-ish miles between hiker heaven and Casa de Luna. And it's actually pretty nice views considering we're getting pretty close to the desert. Next town stop is going to be Mojave. Get some new shoes. Also figure out what I'm going to do with the hole I just found in my water filter bag. And we'll go from there. Alright, good afternoon everyone. Day 27. As you can probably tell, it's getting a little warm. Stayed in Green Valley, Casa de Luna last night. Really awesome place to stay. Highly recommend it if you get near the area. You can hitch a ride in there pretty easy. It's like a 2-mile walk if not. Got a little store. Get you some dinner and breakfast. The Trail Angels do, all for donation. And there's a really nice place to camp. Caught up with the guys that I first saw in Warner Springs. Hot Sauce, Marino, Sam from Luxembourg back there. I forget his trail name, but I'll figure it out. We're going still headed toward Mojave to copy. And water's getting a little shady. It's getting a little hot. Yesterday the walk from hiker heaven down to Green Valley was very warm. Today got a little bit more water. Going to Sawmill Camp, which supposedly has a water tank. and then we're gonna figure it out from there. We're gonna do the Aqueduct part, which is notorious for being hot as hell, but we'll see when we get there. Morning guys, day 28. It's actually day 29 on the trail, by the way I'm doing my journal. And we got to a pretty cool spot today. And that spot, let me look around before we get to the main event. There it is, 500 miles. Less than a month in. It's a little nice marker you got. It's actually a little bit past according to gut hooks, but that's the official marker. So that's it. We're going to Hiker Town, and then tomorrow we're going to tackle the 20-mile Aqueduct section. That's supposedly going to be hot as hell, and judging by the fact it's about 9 o'clock and I already have my umbrella out, I'm expecting it. Alright, still day 28. Finally got out of the sawmill camp area. And we've been seeing views of the desert all day. That's where we came from back there. And that's where we're going over there. I'll lift you up here. Solar panel farms and windmills. We're actually going to be walking along the aqueduct for about 20 miles. But I think Hiker Town is over there. And they have a free shuttle to town. So that's where I'm headed. Alright, good morning. It's day 29 and got up early today at about 4 o'clock so I could get this Aqueduct section started early. It's supposedly one of the hottest sections on the trail. You have to go like 17 miles with no water in the middle of this valley right here along the aqueduct, which is right there, you can see. And 17 miles doesn't seem like a big idea, but in this valley, basically where the aqueduct goes, you're skirting the Mojave Desert. So it gets really hot. See, I'm wearing my wind shirt. It's kind of chilly right now. The wind's blowing, but the sun came up over there. I'm expecting it to get really hot. Plan for the day is make a run for that 17 miles. Sometimes there's a water cache there. There's a little water fountain there too. And try to make it to a canyon campsite, which is 25 miles before the heat of the day, which yesterday was about 2 or 3. That happens, I'm just going to camp out somewhere until it gets dark and then hike the rest of the way. But it's Aqueduct day. Alright, still day 29. Still walking along the aqueduct. Way back there. And actually gonna finish it up hopefully before it gets too hot. 12:15 on day 29. Survived the aqueduct section. Now we're walking through the wind farm section. Aqueduct is around. There's a lot of wind turbines out here. And we're walking up somewhere that way. Get out of the desert floor, get back up in the canyon. Alright, good morning everyone. On the log, it's day 30. Yesterday was actually my 1-month anniversary on the trail. I got the Tyler Horse Canyon campsite. It's 541 miles. That was with 2 zeros. Pretty happy with that. Gonna keep on pushing toward Mojave. And then after that, there'll be one stop, and then we'll be at Kennedy Meadows to see what we're going to do with the snow. Last night, Tyler Horse Canyon campsite. Found a nice hammock spot. Wind wasn't blowing that bad when I got there. And then all night, the wind just pounded the side of my tarp. I didn't lose any stakes. Had some good rocks, but just pounded it and made all kinds of weird noises. Made it kind of hard to sleep. But then when I woke up, the wind was gone. And birds crapped all over my tarp. So I'm about to clean that up when I get to Mojave. Might take a 0 day there, I don't know. Have to see what the situation is when I get there. It's 25 miles from Tyler Horse to 558 where you get hit right in. So my original plan today is to get about 22 or 23 and find a campsite and go in there really early in the morning so I can get 2 full days there. I'm going to take a 0 and get rested up. But that's it. We got up in the canyon outside of the wind farm, and we're still seeing some views of the wind farm as we roll around this canyon, coming that way. You're going down a wash and then getting back up on the crest. And there's some more views. But it's day 30 and we're still pushing toward Mojave, and then one stop in between, and then Kennedy Meadows. Morning everyone. Day 32. Got out of Mojave. Some people were gracious enough to give me a ride and then turn around and go back to Mojave. Got a late start today. And just like a lot of times on the PCT, there's a long way to go to get water. It's 25 miles. We're gonna see if I can make it. Started at about 8:45. And it's about 9 o'clock now. It's already getting warmed up. But we are just outside of Mojave. It says this is the driest section according to the water report. And I'm sure it's gonna get really warm. But we're just gonna keep making forward progress and see where we're at. Next stop, I'm gonna try to get into Lake Isabella, stay at the RV park. They have some real laundry machines, as opposed to washing my clothes in the sink, which is what I had to do at Motel 6 because their brand new machines weren't working. But it is what it is. It's still day 32. We are crossed Highway 58. We're climbing out of the Mojave Tecape area, and the water report says it's one of the driest sections of trail, but today it's also been one of the hottest. The wind was blowing earlier just enough to make me take my umbrella down because it kept folding it in on itself. And when you come out of there, it's about a 25-mile dry stretch to Oak Spring, and the water source is questionable. But that's where I'm trying to get to tonight. I think I got about 8 more miles. It's 3 o'clock. Probably gonna start going a little bit faster after I get out of the heat of the day. That usually heat of the day usually ends about 4:30. But as you can see today, there's back over there's Tecape, down where the windmills are. As you can see today, there's not a cloud anywhere to be found. It's up a few over there, but it's not helping me. So we're gonna keep at it. Like I said earlier, 96 miles to, I think, Walker Pass, and you can get a bus down to Lake Isabella, which I'm pretty happy about. To see a lake in the middle of the desert, it's gonna be pretty awesome. And we're gonna figure it out from there. Plan is not to take a 0 there, but sometimes the PCT, you get in there and you just beat up. That's what happened when I went to Mojave. Plus the logistics of getting out are pretty complicated. But there's a bus in Lake Isabella, so hopefully that'll be pretty easy. But talk to you later. All right, good morning everyone. Day 33. Last night was extremely windy. And I'd have to say, if there's one thing hands down that was my least favorite part about the desert, it would be the wind. Everywhere. Unrelenting. And the PCT's not big on having actual established campsites, so you just camp wherever based on how much water you have and how far you can go, and you just have to deal with the wind. And the other thing that made me mad last night is I normally stick my trucking poles in the ground, but of course the wind blew them over, and I've had this happen before. I looked at them this morning, and I'll show you guys. See those gnaw marks all over them, taking big chunks out of the brand new corks. And I don't know if you guys saw any pictures of them before. They used to have nylon wrist straps on them, and they're gone. They were chewed off. So whatever animal did that was gone when I woke up. I couldn't find the nylon straps anywhere. I'm sure they ate them. So that's that. And today I'm gonna go about 19 miles to the next spring and just try to get off this ridge, find somewhere that's not like a wind tunnel to camp, and keep pushing toward Lake Isabella. Good morning, guys. It's day 34. Much better night last night. I screwed around for like an hour and a half looking for a campsite that was out of the wind. Make sure I could get some good sleep. I finally found one. It was in like a little depression on the bottom side of the hill where you could hear the wind, but where it was located, you didn't get much wind exposure. And it was really nice. Stopped early, only hiked about 22 miles. Got there about 4:30 and ate dinner. Cleaned all the bird poop off my tarp that I got from 3 or 4 days ago. And went to sleep at like 8 o'clock and slept until 6. It was great. The difference a good night's sleep would make is pretty outstanding. Yesterday wasn't that good because I didn't get much sleep. Today I woke up this morning and we're ready to go. I was at mile 605. Today we're going to a place called Bird Spring Pass, and then after that we're gonna hike about 20 miles up to Walker Pass and get a ride on the bus into town and resupply, figure out what I need at Kennedy Meadows to go in my box, and head to Kennedy Meadows from there. But that's it. Welcome to the PCT! Alright, good morning. Day 37. Spent the day yesterday Lake Isabella, getting a little bit more food to make it to Kennedy Meadows. A lot of people had enough food to make it from Mojave to Cape all the way to Kennedy Meadows. It's like 135 miles. No way, shape, or form wanted to carry that much food. So I just burned a day in Lake Isabella, hanging out, getting some more food, and then I stayed at the RV park, which was pretty nice. Got a shower and washed my clothes. Now I got an extremely long hitch back up to Walker Pass from Lake Isabella. It's like 36 miles. It was a strange 2-part hitch, in which I was at the coffee shop in Lake Isabella. Guy with a big combat veteran hat pulled over. There was a guy in the passenger seat, had my Walker Pass sign, and the guy said he was going to somewhere I didn't know. And then the guy in the passenger seat said he would give me a ride to Walker Pass for $5, which is an extremely long hitch for, so it's pretty cheap for a 35-mile ride. So gave him the money. We went to that guy's house, got his car, and now I'm in Walker Pass. It's about 9 o'clock. Wind has died down a little bit, but as you can tell, we're getting out of the desert weather. And there's a little chance for rain today, but that's what you can expect with this transition from the desert to eventually in a few days we're going to be in the Sierras, and looking forward to that. Alright guys, still day 35. We're making it out of Walker Pass slowly but surely. See the mountains over there, and for the first time in 35 or 36 days, it got rained on the trail. And you know, on the AT you always carry a pair of wet clothes and dry clothes, that way you can change into it. But on the desert, there's no rain. This is only the first time I've hiked in the rain, so I didn't carry a base layer. It didn't get really cold at night. Had a 20-degree bag. I'm a pretty warm sleeper. I probably sweated more than I got cold at night. And so when it starts to rain and you don't have a base layer, you put your hiking shirt in your bag, which is what I did. So I'm wearing my rain jacket. And you just hike to where you're gonna camp and you get your hiking shirt out and sleep in it. And that's been my plan the whole time. Only had to do it once in over a month. And it worked out pretty well. Also had wind pants on, which aren't waterproof, but they're enough to keep the water away from your pants, enough to where they'll dry out afterwards. Or you can just stick them in your bag and they'll dry out. But we're less than 50 miles away from Kennedy Meadows and going to the High Sierra, and everything's looking great. Wind has died down. I'm gonna do backpack and we're gonna keep on trucking.